Hey guys, and welcome back to this channel. This is Chad Confirmed, bringing you the hottest news in the crypto world.
Not so long ago, the Bitcoin market experienced a slight spike as 168,000 Bitcoin is removed from exchanges. The price of Bitcoin is exhibiting, quote-unquote, one hell of a reversal candle, according to William Subbard. In other words, it is unexpected to see this sudden advancement. Following advances of 30% over the past 24 hours, the price of Bitcoin has climbed back beyond $30,000. This shows a good sign, but we shouldn't be too optimistic, for this is not a rare scenario, and they occur across all industries. Both bear and bull markets have periods of time when the market bounces back. And this is just another occurrence of that time. I'm sure all of us are aware that the price of Bitcoin fluctuates constantly and is extremely unpredictable, as it varies on a daily basis. In that sense, I'm going to give you my take on the market's trend. Despite the market boost, there is still a possibility that the crypto market will fall in the months ahead. Basically, this all goes way back to the beginning of the crash, which is to say that the Federal Reserve continues to lower markets in order to counteract all of the money they've printed, and it has been effective. Since 2000, the Federal Reserve has raised interest rates by a whopping 5%, the most aggressive rate increase since the financial crisis of 2008. Based on the current data, inflation accelerated to 8.3%, continuing at a 40-year high. As a result, the Fed has a long way to go. Furthermore, you'll see that the inflation is even greater based on the oil price hike and other consumables in the market right now that cost an arm and a leg. From the mid-1970s to the present day, we can really see that change is dynamic and very noticeable economic-wise. To begin with, inflation hasn't been this high since the 1970s and early 1980s. Secondly, when that did happen, the Federal Reserve had no trouble becoming really forceful. Moreover, when inflation surged, interest rates climbed to a record high in an effort to keep the market from overheating. In the current events, interest rates are still very low, but the translation is much greater. Now, before we move on to the next part of the video, I just want to ask your opinion towards the crypto market. Will you risk and go all in when there's a downtrend? Let us know your thoughts and experiences on this in the comment section below. And now, back to the video. The Federal Open Markets Committee has stated that it intends to keep raising the interest rate throughout 2022 in order to keep the inflation in check. And because of this, I'm inclined to believe that the Federal Reserve will continue to raise interest rates until they send us into yet another downfall. Looking at it from a macroeconomic perspective, I believe the crypto and stock markets will continue to rise for at least another several months. In terms of purchasing, I can say that a good way to buy is during a market fall, where everything is cheaper. In other words, if we keep falling, I'll keep purchasing. For the past 2 months, I've been recommending dollar cost averaging aggressively into Bitcoin based on this recent data from Will Clement. But how will we know when the bottom has been reached or is nearing? First and foremost, the realized price. We are getting near to Bitcoin's realized price, which is based on the total cost of all investors' Bitcoins. The current price of Bitcoin is $24,000. Bitcoin's actual value is somewhere around $30,000 Bitcoin, or a little less, according to this chart. Currently, Bitcoin's realized price is at around $24,000, which is pretty close. And so to be clear, what is Bitcoin's realized price? The average cost basis at which all Bitcoins are purchased is equal to the worth of all Bitcoins at their purchase price. divided by the total number of Bitcoins in circulation. When it comes to comparing prices, realized price is more accurate than the current market price, since it gives us the average purchase price of all Bitcoins that have ever been traded. We're going to assume that moving Bitcoin from one wallet to another is the result of a purchase. A live chart, on the other hand, shows that the current price is little around $30,000, while the realized price is far more cheaper, standing at only about $24,000. You should know that it's a great indicator of crypto market bottoms. At some point, we have reached below realized price for months occasionally, but if you've got a long-term perspective, it's always been the best opportunity to purchase during the downturn. When considering Bitcoin's realized price, the market price for Bitcoin to realized price ratio is near the green bottom zone. After seeing the price to realized price ratio, we can observe that the green buy zone has always been near the bottom. Again, you may not leave the green zone immediately. It is possible to remain in this zone for weeks or even months at a time. However, this is the time to save up. There have been several months of technical purchase zones for Bitcoin dormancy flows, but they are now reaching levels that have previously reached downtrends. In full candor, we've been in the buy zone for this chart for the past few weeks. That generational buy at the bottom chance would arise if prices fell to levels seen just 1 or 3 times before in history. Furthermore, no one can see into the future, so you have to rely on yourself to make independent judgments and conduct further research. Looking at the reserve risk, this demonstrates the trustworthiness of the account holder. Reserve risk is towards the lower end of the purchase zone, indicating holder confidence in relation to the price. Moreover, the last time the statistic was this low, it was during the 2015 and 2016 bear market troughs. Bear market's depths in 2018 and 2019 and the Black Swan event of 2020. As a matter of fact, this was an excellent opportunity to buy. A good sign is when you can locate the Mayer multiple in the buy zone, which is around record lows. With the help of the Mayer multiple, we can easily comprehend the bubbles and bottoms in Bitcoin. On the technical analysis chart, Bitcoin's price is also approaching the 200-week moving average. That's not to say we won't go below the 200-week MA, but historically, anytime we hit the 200-week MA is the perfect moment to purchase. To sum it up, the bottom is quite predictable in the approximately $20,000 region in comparison to the peaks and uptrends. Are you bearish with the market right now? Is it better to acquire Bitcoin now at roughly $29,000 or wait until it's reaching or have reached the bottom? Something that most people second guesses, but I'll give it a shot. That's all for today. If you like this video, make sure you hit the notification bell so you won't miss any of our uploads. Let me know in the comments below what your thoughts are on this video. Kindly subscribe if you haven't already. This is Chad Confirmed, signing off.